Trends in energy resource use. As we look towards the future of energy resources, it's clear that our current reliance on fossil fuels is unsustainable. The environmental impact of burning coal, oil, and natural gas is undeniable, with greenhouse gas emissions contributing to climate change at an alarming rate. People are becoming increasingly aware of the need to shift towards renewable energy sources, such as solar, wind, and hydroelectric power. Over the 20th century, the electricity use of the UK hugely increased as the population grew, and people began to use electricity for more and more things. Since the beginning of the 21st century, electricity use in the UK has been decreasing, slowly, as we get better at making appliances that draw on less energy and are more efficient. As technology advances and economies of scale drive down the cost of renewable energy, more and more people are beginning to see the benefits of making the switch. We now know that burning fossil fuels is very damaging to the environment, and this makes many people want to use more renewable energy resources that affect the environment less. Governments around the world are also starting to take action, implementing policies and incentives to encourage the adoption of clean energy solutions. Pressure from other countries and the public has meant that governments have begun to introduce targets for using renewable resources. Despite the growing demand for renewable energy, the transition is not as simple as it may seem. There is a lot of scientific evidence supporting renewables, but although scientists can give advice, they do not have the power to make people, companies, and governments change their behaviors. The reality is that money and politics play a significant role in determining the pace at which we can adopt these cleaner alternatives. The initial cost of setting up solar panels or wind turbines can be prohibitive for many individuals and businesses, making it difficult to justify the investment in the short term. Building new renewable power plants cost money, so energy providers are reluctant to do this, especially when fossil fuels are cost-effective, and the cost of switching to renewable power will have to be paid either by the consumers in their bills or through governments and taxes. Some people do not want to or cannot afford to pay this, and there are arguments on whether it is ethical to make them. Research on improving the reliability and cost of renewables takes time and money. It may be years before improvements are made, even with funding. While the road ahead may be challenging, the shift towards renewable energy is essential if we are to mitigate the worst effects of climate change and create a more sustainable future for generations to come. It will require a concerted effort from individuals, businesses, and governments alike, but the potential rewards are well worth the investment.